Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, regarding you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are in a state of open rebellion against your power, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ. Okay, the true name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, His true name being Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh meaning what He is. Yah means He. Hawa means He is. He exists. He is, man. Okay, He's omnipotent. Yahweh Shai meaning what? Yah meaning He. Hawa Shai meaning the deliverer, the savior. He delivers. He saves. He's going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel in the days to come, and ultimately the whole nation upon them being born back into the kingdom through the loins of the elect in the eon to come. Okay, but you Jakes are guilty, okay, of treason, okay, open rebellion against your power, man. All right, taking your ass down to these voting booths, okay? And what you don't realize is that you're making a solemn promise, man, to the beast system when you do that. All right, and I came across this discussion amongst these two individuals. It was all through the spirit. I wanted to go into a lesson regarding why it's so off for you to vote. The scriptures tell us that we're not to do these things. You see, and it's deeper than what you Jakes may think. It's deeper than just you going down to these voting booths, checking off or filling in a few dots, regarding the next candidate to rule over you in this beast system, and then going home and going off with your merry day, man. No, it's deeper than that, man. Okay, you're committing an act of treason towards your power, man. And ultimately you're making promises to the heathen, and you're setting a king over you of a strange nation, which is what you're not supposed to do. You see? And we're going to show you that. But anyways, this discussion, I came across this discussion between these two individuals, and it's the spirit, because the talking point, all right, as you can see the title, all right, the title reads why quote unquote so-called black and Latino voters prefer Trump. Now here it is, this is tapping right into the tribes, you see, and then it's all through the spirit. You so-called blacks, which would be the southern kingdom, the head tribe being Judah, the quote-unquote American Negro, right? Trickling down to Benjamin, which would be the so-called Jamaicans, right? And Levi, man, the so-called Haitians. You see, and they're speaking on the Latinos, which Ephraim is the head tribe of the 10 lost tribes, which would be the so-called Puerto Ricans, right? So-called Latinos and Native Americans, man. You see? So this is the 12 tribes in a nutshell right here. All right, and what you Jake are doing, is ultimately setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for the okie doke. Because time and time again, This man, and when I say this man, I'm talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He has proved to you that he's not for your turn. He's proved to you time and time again that he can give a shit about you. You go back and forth between being a Democrat and a Republican, as if it's making a difference with your livelihood, with your living conditions, with your social status in this man's system, not realizing that this system's not for you, Jake. Your vote does not matter. You see? You're voting in vain. You're fighting for a position in this man's system that's not going to profit you. And ultimately, you're going to conjure up a judgment upon yourself that you're not going to be able to escape, because what you're doing is you're joining yourself unto the enemy, and you have no excuse. Okay, the servants, the prophets are on the scene, and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is making it clear of the truth of the matter. You see, so you can't say you didn't know. You not knowing, all right, that's not an excuse, because you've been made well aware, okay, of your treasonous, open, rebellious, heinous, okay, turncoat acts, man. And you're going to be a fool in the day when Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua starts to open up on this place, man. Because you're going to be a victim to the judgment that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to set in place. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, real quick, let's grab this. Let's grab this real quick. I'm going to run that clip real quick, but let's grab this real fast. Here's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4. And verse 17, and it reads, "As for us, who are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Our eyes as yet fail for our vain help." Okay, what's vain help? Empty help. Useless help. Help that's not going to amount to anything. You see? And our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, man. And you Jakes are always watching for Edom. Every time you come up to the camps or you have a dispute regarding who can be delivered, whether it be on these digital epistles or in person, your first group of people you wanna try and save is your oppressor, the man that's been kicking you in the ass with a steel-toe boot for hundreds of years. You question his validity and the salvation of the people to come, which are only the Israelites, starting with the elect, showing you that you Jake suffer from Stockholm syndrome, and it's all of you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the tribes, man, that are in this diabolical mind state, man, thinking that you voting is gonna make a change. Your voice matters. Yeah, okay. They have something called the Electoral College, man. All right, it's already in the bag who's gonna be the president. Okay, via the global elite and their agenda that they have set up in the time to come. See? It's already set up. They're just playing on the minds of you people. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have gone so far left, okay, that you can't see, all right, that this man is your enemy, man. You forgot what this man has done to you and what he continues to do to you. How he's left the Gadites, which are the American Indians, in these reservations, man. Okay, how he's put you, the rest of the tribes in these hoods and patios. You see him redlined us, man, keeping us from the beauty of the earth, while he heaps up the best land, okay, eats the best food, and lives the most comfortable, delicious lifestyle, man. While Jake is out here suffering, man. But you Jake still haven't learned. You Jake still think you have a chance in this man's system. All you gotta do is go to college, or, get your master's degree, and you will be on a level. No, man, we got brothers that got master's degrees, man. Okay, and when they came into the courts of the Lord, they came to the conclusion that they didn't have it. They didn't have what they thought they had, which was knowledge, man. No, they had wisdom of this world, which is what? Foolishness, pursuant to the book of Corinthians. You see, but hey, you Jake are gonna have to find out the hard way, because the warnings are going out. Hey, this is a warning through the Spirit. You Jakes that come across this video and listen to it and give your ear to it and still go and do what you do. See, this is gonna be a testimony to the judgment that's gonna rest upon you, man, due to your ignorance. Let's play this clip real quick.
African American men and Latino men seem to be defecting from the Democratic Party in historic numbers, or at least over the in the post-war era, and moving towards the Republican Party, or specifically to Trump.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's specifically Trump, actually, because the movement, as I showed in some of my other works, actually predated Trump. It started around 2012 for a lot of the votes with the movement with Black and Hispanics, and actually, I think sometimes people overplay the gender thing, the gender aspect, actually. So in 2020, for instance, Trump got a bigger share of the Black vote, the Hispanic vote, but that was true with Black women and Hispanic women, as well as men. And it was also true with white women. Like, the reason Biden was able to win was despite these defections among women across the board.
And look at this nigga. And you can see he's he seems to be Northern Kingdom. But look at this nigga, man. This is the result of our men that have made themselves a part of this system. Okay, they become flamboyant, weak, feminine, demasculated, and completely bugged out of their mind. While the women are becoming masculine, okay, leaders of households, and completely out of order. This is what we're destroyed as a people, we're destroyed as a nation. Somewhere in this man's peanut brain, okay, he thinks that, he has a place in this system. You see? And this is the masses of our people. And you voting for Trump, the masses of, you heard what they said, the statistics show that the majority of the votes of Trump were actually of so-called Negroes and Latinos, man. So you stupid niggas don't realize that that's he's Nero, the modern day Nero, man, back in the flesh. And you heard what he's talking. He wants to bring back them 1700 style executions. Okay, he wants to bring the guillotine back on the scene. Okay, various old school styles of summary execution. Listen, man. See, but you Jake don't know what you're doing. Because you walking around like blind men. But here it is, you got the servants, the prophets on the scene with the light, but you refuse to come into it. Because ultimately, your fate is to be eradicated, man. Your fate is to be disintegrated, either by an ICBM missile or get laid even with the ground by one of these scourges and calamities that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to bring to your city or town, man. That's what it is. But listen to this fool real quick. We ain't going to play this. We're not going to play this whole thing. But it's leading into the point through the Spirit that we're going to make. Check it out.
And especially these defections among Blacks and Hispanics across the board, is because he saw significant gains with white men. And it's
particularly college educated.
College educated, but also people who live in suburbs, people who are relatively affluent. Like, this is the block of America that really cares about things like decorum and civility and the president being presidential, and Trump is not those things, right? And even today, so there was this great tweet by the senior political analyst of NBC News. He put up this tweet that was like...
He sounds very impressive. If this was 1970.
So he put up this tweet from a chart that his own team produced that was like, what's behind Trump's gains with blacks and Hispanics? Shifts among men and young people. But when you look at the chart, his own chart, what you see is that women actually shifted more than men towards the Republican Party. Black women, Hispanic women, they shifted more than black and Hispanic men towards the Republican Party over the same period.
Yeah, and now you stupid so-called Negroes and Latino men are doing the same thing because you're following the beat of the drum of the woman. You're under her wing. You see, because scriptures say that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is going to do a new thing, and the woman shall compass a man. She should work around. She should get around the man, which the man is the head of the household. Okay, the chronological order within a household is the man first. Okay, the woman, and then the child. You see, and in its totality, okay, you have Yahweh. All right, the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh. Right, the head of the man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of a woman is the man. You see? But when you break rank and you break order, this is what you get. You get woman and the seed. So it all makes sense at this point. You see, and we already know what the woman did eons ago in the form of Eve. Okay, through Eve we all die, man. And you niggas are doing the same thing the same mistake we made with Eve. Okay, you niggas are making the same mistake now. You're following behind your woman to your detriment. You see? That's not a coincidence, man. That women were first to transition over to Republican, and now you got all these niggas following behind her. You see? But ultimately, all of you gonna lose, man, because you're going completely off. We're done with this feminine nigga right here. We're gonna get back into the scriptures. Let's get that Deuteronomy 17. And we're going to dig into this real quick through the Spirit to show you how off this is, the vote. Deuteronomy 17 and 15, and it reads, Thou, bear with me, hold on for 1 second. I need to switch lanes real quick. Bear with me. Here we go. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 15, it reads, Thou, who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? Deuteronomy are the laws reiterated. Okay? And who were the laws given to? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So that's the audience. That's thou. That's you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not of thy brethren, your brother. Okay, now matter of fact, I got this up in the Good News Bible as well. Let's grab this real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy 17 and verse 15. Let me highlight this real quick. In the Good News Bible, and it reads, Make sure that the man you choose to be king is the one whom the Lord Yahweh has chosen. He must be one of your own people. Do not make a foreigner. Do not make a foreigner your king. You see that? Do not make a foreigner your king, man. A foreigner being what? These heathen nations. You see? What do you look like putting a heathen over you, man? Okay, people that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai deems as nothing. When you go to let's go here. Let's prove that real quick. When you go to Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 15, it reads, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, man. They're counting as a dust of the balance, man. You can barely see dust. Wait, the Lord, he gets more descriptive. Let's continue on. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. And we know that Lebanon, our beloved, what was it? It was King Solomon was getting trees from Lebanon. You see, and when he was building up the temple, okay, Lebanon getting that precious wood from over there. The Lord is saying Lebanon is not sufficient to burn. It's not sufficient. How high quality that wood is not. It's not sufficient. Right, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering, man. It don't qualify. Why? All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity, man. So what do you look like putting a king over you, okay, that's of a foreign nation, a heathen nation, that the Lord views as nothing? They're less than nothing to the Lord. Okay, Moab is the Lord's wash pot. Okay, he's going to cast his shoe to Edom. Roughly paraphrasing. Right? As a matter of fact, let me go get that. Bear with me. The book of Psalms, chapter 60. And verse 8, and it reads, Moab is my wash pot, over Edom will I cast out my shoe, man. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. Okay, these nations are nothing to the Lord, man. As a matter of fact, they're considered possessions, man. They're supposed to be our possessions. Here it is, our possession, our slaves are ruling over us. Because when you go back to the law, let me go here real quick. We're supposed to be over them. They're not supposed to be ruling over us, but hey, because of our transgression, we broke the first covenant, right? Which God has casted down, man. The book of Leviticus, but it's only for a short time. It's not forever. Leviticus 25. Bear with me. Leviticus 25 and 44, and it reads, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids, man. See? Our servants are going to be of the heathen. They're supposed to be our possession. Hold on. And the Lord hasn't changed, Vocab Malone, from him from him looking at the heathen nations as a less than dust, into you heathens supposed to be our possessions, man. Okay, this is going to, hey, the Lord didn't forget about any of that. He didn't change his mind towards how he feels and what the law is established as far as you heathen being under us. And it's forever. Let's read it. Leviticus 25 and 45. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of your families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. Wait, there's more. I'm jumping down. Nah, Salaki, I just jumped. There's more. Let's go here. Leviticus 25 and 46. And ye shall take them as an inheritance. See? And again, we always go into it. An inheritance, right? When you go into the etymology of the word inheritance, it goes into heir. And when you're an heir to something, it's owed unto you. So you heathens are owed unto us, man, as possession. servants, handmaids, bondsmen and bondsmaids. You see? And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for possession. See? They shall be your bondmen forever. See? Why? Because the world was made for our sakes. That's why. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, you shall see. Now we know who the brethren are. Going all the way back to Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Regarding the king over you should be of one of your should be a brother, one of Israel. See, let's continue on. You shall not rule one over another with rigor. See, but that's completely contrary when it comes to you heathen. Completely contrary, man. When it comes to you heathen, you can be dealt with rigor. Okay, but going back to the point, this is why we're not supposed to put any of these heathen over us, man. Do you understand what you're doing when you do that, Jake? When you put a heathen over you, man? Let's go here real quick. The book of Baruch, chapter 4. And verse 2, and it reads, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Of what? This truth. Walk in the presence of the light. See? This light is this truth, right? Thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated, man. Okay, this truth will bring you to life. Okay, this truth will bring you to life. Look it. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation, man. Which is regarding these heathen nations, man. When you join yourself unto them, okay, and walk in their ways and practice their practices and join unto their philosophies, you just gave up your honor, man. You just made yourself you just put yourself on the level of a heathen, which again the Lord counts them as nothing, the dust, less than dust, vanity. You put yourself on that level. You stripped Yasha Allah off you as a man of Israel and put a heathen name on you, man. You went from Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, to a damn Moabite or Edomite or Ammonite. You see? You done stripped the glory off you, man. Joining yourself unto them, man. But check this out. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to power are made known unto us. Right, the elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. See, the elect knows what it is. The elect knows what's going on. See, the Lord has shown those of the elect, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, that voting is completely going off. Okay? And when you go into that word vote, and you knew this was coming, right? I already have it up in etymology. Check it out. When you go into this word vote under noun, it goes into what? Formal expression of one's wish or choice with regard to a proposal. Look at candidate, right? Candidate, and that's what you're doing when you go into these booths, which are likened unto shrines, right? You're going into that tent, right? And you're voting for a candidate, right? Look at Latin votum or votum, a vow. A vow, right? What's a vow? A wish, a promise to a power. Look. This is what you're doing. You're making a vow to a promise to a power. In this case, it's one of those candidates, right? And the only vow you're supposed to be making is to your power. And we're going to show you that. Look at solemn pledge, dedication, and you're only supposed to be dedicated to your power. Okay, you're committing a capital offense. You see, didn't the Lord say, put no other God above me? You're committing a capital offense, man. Look, continuing on, right? Past participle. Let me see. To promise, dedicate, right? The meaning, totality of voters of a certain class or type. Check this out. Let's get a little more on the verb. Give a vote to. right? An act or established by vote. Earlier, it meant to vow. See that? To do something, man. And in this case, you're taking your stupid ass down to that voting booth and you're voting. You're joining your spirit unto this system, man. Which is canceling you out for that salvation. And again, let's go back to the scriptures. The only one you're supposed to be vowing to is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And you ain't got forever to do it either. Let's go ahead. The book of Sirach, chapter 18. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 18, and verse 22, and it reads, let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time. See, you ain't got forever, Jake. You running out of time. And defer not until death to be justified. Why? Because after death, the judgment comes, where we shall live again. 2nd Ezra is the 14th chapter. See, before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord, man. Because what you don't realize is this. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when the Lord shall turn away his face, man. And when Jacob's trouble comes into its perfection, all right, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai allows the modern day Assyrian to open up, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, in the form of his military, okay, these FEMA troops, so on and so forth, the UN troops. It's over for you, Jake. Okay, Jeremiah 15 is going to rest upon you at that point, man. Okay, the sword to the sword, right? Captivity to the captivity, famine to the famine, hey, death to the death, man. Your judgment is locked in. Hey, so make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man, and put not off from day to day. Understand that, hey, you voting, it's gonna very well cost you your life. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath will edify. Shalom.